Hello everyone, Time River here, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. So, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year coming up. And we are back with some more planes, trains, and automobiles, and more specifically with regards to this episode, we're going to be taking a look at boats within Transport Fever 2. So in between episodes last time here, or I guess this time, I went ahead and let the game play out. I sort of paused the actual date speed though, just to accumulate some money here. So that we had a little bit of a nest egg to work with. I also redid a couple things on our main sort of transport line that we set up previously. Now, I got a good bit of feedback in the previous two episodes regarding our lines here, and I went ahead and modified a few different things. So as you can see, we added a few more lines here. I think we always had the fuel to city one, but we weren't really running it, but we are now. I also changed I corrected my barrels here, so we got that corrected. Thank you for pointing that out in the comments. And what else? Okay, so one viewer had commented that because of the proportions between sort of like the lines and stuff, the reason it wasn't profitable when we originally had one train going from crude to oil to fuel drop-offs was because the proportions of pickups and everything weren't equal. So they suggested that we do sort of a line that goes crude to fuel or to oil, back to crude, back to oil, and then dropping off the fuel at that point, since they would then be even due to the 2-to-1 barrels to oil ratio there. Now, I went ahead and did that, and it was working, but it seemed to bug out quite a bit. So it would do one good run of that, and then it would come back into the start of the line and then just sit there and not actually work. So I went ahead, I ran that just a little bit to see if I could get it to work, and ultimately it would, like I said, it would work for one run, and then it would sort of bug out at the first stop here and not go anymore. So I went ahead and set up two lines. So currently on our number one barrels to oil line, so from here to there, we've got two trains running at max length, more or less at the max length. I think when we last left off, we had been talking about upgrading upgrading our engine with one of the new design trains. So I think we had the General here was our most recent locomotive, and we were using the Baldwin, but in between episodes I did upgrade this line to the General, and so we have two Generals running fully loaded from crude oil to the New Orleans oil drop off here. So that's going. I also expanded our line a little bit here. So we've got sort of double tracks going from here all the way over to here, just to sort of facilitate the double lines here. I could have kept these a little bit smaller, these sort of double train areas, these cross areas, but I found that it was actually slowing the trains down more or less. So we're going to keep those. I expanded it a little bit so that there was no sort of slowdown with these trains. From there, I did reuse our original engine on our train from the oil pickup to the fuel drop off here, and that is going pretty well, more or less. It's working out, because essentially due to the 2-to-1 ratio here, these trains are each carrying 77, so they drop those off, and then that gives us a 77 total for fuel here, for oil I should say. So for the 2-to-1 ratio, we've got two trains on this line, one train running the oil to the fuel, and it's working out pretty well. I do expect some sort of slowdown eventually on these lines, because this train does seem to get here a little bit before we fully have 77 barrels of oil waiting for it. So it doesn't wait that long. I think once it gets here, it usually has roughly 60 or so. So it doesn't wait long before it actually fills up, but that is something to be concerned about in the future. I didn't think it was necessary to build a second platform just yet, but we might do that eventually. Anywho, with that, I did go ahead and implement our road vehicles to deliver the fuel into St. Louis up here. So they are once again getting they are once again getting the supply here, so that is good. They're not getting their full supply, unfortunately. We could also go ahead and add more vehicles here, but I think for right now we're going to be okay. I'm not going to worry too much about growing this anymore. I mean, it is growing right now, but I wanted to try and get a bit of a passenger boat line up for Akron and McAllen. I did go through this map and it's a little rough around the edges, I will say. So I think ultimately this was our best option to really get, money going, and I think it's working out pretty well. But everything is so very spread out on this map. Okay, so let's get some boats. So currently we have options down here. We've got our road options, we've got our rail options, and we've got our boat options. So we want a passenger harbor, because right now Akron is going to want, I think, some destinations. Private transport, public transport. So what we're going to do is we're going to set down a passenger harbor somewhere around here. I think like right here will be fine. So as you can see, there we go. I was going to say, it's not highlighting everything over here, but if we just pull back a little tiny bit, we're still in good shape. And there we go. We've got our Akron dock. Akron passenger. I mean, these are harbors, right? Akron Harbor? Sure. We'll go with that. And so that's going to be there. Now, there are different sizes, correct? No, I think there are, but we don't actually have access to them just yet. So the only other city along the river here is McAllen over here, because even down here, we don't really have any other cities along the routes here, which is kind of unfortunate. But we'll see what we can do. So we're going to rotate this around and make sure the dock is actually accessible to the water. So it says dock is outside the navigable waters, so that is where we have to go. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think we can actually get the docks. Yeah, because let's see, where is my... That's navigable water, land use. So back here are the civilian areas, passenger lines, and we can't reach that, unfortunately, with our dock. So we're going to have to set up some internal transport to get people to this area. So we'll do that. Let's go ahead and throw in the dock right there. And then let's grab some road transports. We got a bus stop over here. So let's go ahead and throw in one right there. And then we'll go, I don't know, we'll put one right here. And a few more sort of in this general area. I don't know why we're not getting a hit on those areas. Okay, and I'm just going to throw a bunch of these down. Not really looking for... I should probably get max coverage, although I don't know why we're not getting these areas lit up. It's very interesting. Alright, let's just throw those down. So we could actually probably send... I don't know, take forever for our buses to get there. So let's go ahead and send out a road depot over here. Boom. Alright, so we're going to buy some vehicles. Horse-drawn carriages are all we've got so far. Let's get, say, a group of 4 going. We're going to set up a new line. Add station. New line. And this was... What was this? McAllen. Okay, we'll go McAllen. Hopefully I spell this right. McAllen, right? Yes. Ah, crap. It didn't actually save. Alright, so we got McAllen In McAllen city line, something like that. And then we need to actually set it up. So let's go here, click station to add, go there, here. Oops. Let's try this again. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to add you. And then we'll add you. Or no, sorry. Cancel. Go down there. Go over there. Here. And there. And then back. And do something like that. Grab all of you, and you will go onto the McAllen city line. And there, we should be able to set up a new line for passengers. What was the city over here? Over here, Akron. This is going to be the McAllen to Akron boat line. McAllen to Akron boat line. Hooray, look at that, we're getting all the achievements. Fantastic. Alright, so we got that. McAllen, Akron boat line. Click to add station here. To there. Alright, but we need to buy the boats. So let's go here and click on shipyard. So we can actually buy our boats. I don't think... Where's the docks? Excuse me. Not sure if I actually need... You need to be on the water. Okay, so there we go. I don't think you need to actually be connected to any roads. Let's just throw you right there. Buy vehicles. We want to filter out for passengers. So we've got two. We've got the Rigi and we've got the Wilhelm. So you can actually do people. Capacity 70. So the Rigi is actually faster. But it is more powerful. I think we're just going to go with this little one. I mean, this thing... I'm not sure why... Cargo type is the same, but this one actually doesn't say all, it shows just all of these. There must be a couple that are off this chart. Alright, we're just gonna go with the Rigi. I think that's gonna be fine. Woo. Alright, we're gonna get 1.1 million. We're gonna get 2 and see how things go. Let's grab you and go to the McAllen passenger boat line there. And there we go. We'll let this run. I don't know, are we getting people to... I mean, I think we're going to be having people. Okay, let's see. Ooh, you haven't gotten anybody yet. Hopefully, people start getting around here. I mean, I think we set this up properly. I think we'll get people to actually jump on here. We might have only needed one ship. So we'll see how that goes. If we go over here, might have been better to start with this setup over here. And it might actually be good to set up internal transportation in Akron as well, similar to what we did over there. So let's go ahead and do that while our ships are going around. If I go here and I want some boats, or not some boats, I want some bus stops. So we're going to go ahead and throw down line right there. I'm wondering if I messed up the placement of that. I might have. We'll put one here. Put one there. say, up here. And if I grab another building, road depot, right there. I think that should be okay. We do a new line, and this is going to be the Akron bus line. Click to add station. We're going to go have it start over here, I guess. Go here to there to there. Do something along that route. Buy vehicles. Let's do 4 horse-drawn carriages. And I think that'll work. Fantastic. Where are our boats at? Have they even made it? Oh my gosh, they're slow. And they're literally, they're just costing us a lot of money. I don't know. This might not be, this might not have been the best idea. I'm not sure. Yeah, you are, I think you are servicing this area, but you're not actually showing me anything. So we are set up to grow here. So the destinations, we are public transport. This did grow up to 10%, so that's fantastic. If we check down in Akron, that should see the same thing. Or not. Huh. You are connected, right? Yeah, you are. Huh. We may just have to let it run for a little bit and see what we can do with that. I'm pretty sure that should be okay. It might be, I don't know, it might have been a bad idea because of how far they are. But we'll see how things go. I mean, the boat line is losing us money like mad right now. And it's a shame that we don't actually have any passengers on this. I might actually get rid of one of these. We may not need it. Alright, you know what? Go ahead and just sell. We'll just run one ship and that should be fine. At least for now. I'm very curious though. Because I'm not seeing anybody like congregating here. So I'm not sure if that's going to work out, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we've got a good amount of money here. We could think about expanding our rail line here. And one thing I was thinking of is actually doing a passenger line from New Orleans up to St. Louis. We've already got more or less track that we could sort of piggyback off of. And I'm kind of thinking that's the way we go. So if we take a look at our residential, so all the residential is over here. I'm thinking what we do is we build another a transport, another track here. A passenger station over here in St. Louis. And I think that's going to be okay, with the idea that we eventually sort of move our way. Where's the next city north of St. Louis? Sort of McKinney. That's quite a haul. But if we build it sort of over here, we could, in theory, expand that passenger line down the road. So let's go ahead and do that. Passenger station. I'm not going to do the terminus. Again, the terminus is one that has just one lane in and out, whereas the regular station has, you know, the double lanes going on. So how do we want to set this up so that we want to get as many people as possible on this route? Unfortunately, it's not looking good. Can I, like, delete this? Might not be the best idea to delete those things, but Alright, we've got a good bit of people as is right there. So let's go ahead and set this up. Boom. That's the passenger one, right? Okay. And then what do we got over here? Well, let's see. If we take a look at our zoning, I think New Orleans is really good, ready to be set up for a line over here. Now, alternatively, we could set up a passenger or a industrial line, because we do have some place to make bricks. I don't know if we have... Ugh, yeah, see, these things are super far away. I mean, I could... Okay, never mind. I was going to say we could set up a industrial line or a cargo line over here and then sort of piggyback off it. But I think for the long run, we're just going to do a passenger line right now. As I think it's going to be a little bit better overall. And I might just do a terminus one here. I don't think we really need a big long one. So if I would say finish this road, not that one, this one. Can we squeeze in any more people? A little bit. A little bit. We'll set up another sort of line, I think, in here. Yeah, I think we want to do something like this. Boom. Okay, so we got that. We'll have to set up the lines. Oof, yeah, our road vehicles need to be replaced. Passenger cargo. That is, yeah, that's a cargo one. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got some more road vehicles. So yeah, a lot of these road vehicles are going to be needing replaced. So we want to make sure, yeah, replace. Okay, so now we just need to build the rail. So we can hook up here. I think that's going to be fine. And what I'll do, potentially, is go ahead and split off around here. So yeah, oh, and I did sort of tunnel over here as well. So this line has become sort of obsolete, but we'll see what we can do. Let's grab you. Whoops. I'll zoom out so we can see a little bit better. Try to... Oops. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Come on, snap for me. No? Alright, that should be fine. Oof. Alright, I want to get across the road here. So let's do that. And we're going to try to sort of get this so we're not losing too much speed. Did we bridge over here? I don't know what we did there, but it cost so much. All right, let's try and get this to. All right, let's pull back. We might go from the other side. Yeah, we just wasted a ton of money, but hey, we've got a lot of money, so we should be okay. All right, let's try it over here. Boom. I'm gonna go something like this. Try to keep that 120 speed as best we can. Not the greatest. We really kind of want, well, I mean, I guess it's not that most, I mean, we can't even reach those speeds at the moment, so I guess that's going to be fine. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so now that we've got that, that's connected up to the rest of this grid, we can then split off and actually create a line from, say, here, branch off down this way and just sort of like hug this area a little bit until we get close. You can even throw in another log area eventually. Ooh, I don't want to try to avoid any sort of tunnels. Ugh, yeah, we're getting more tunnels. There, and then we're gonna have to tunnel through here. Oof, that is quite costly. Alright, we'll go tunnel through there, and then just try over there. Alright, I think we've wasted a lot of money, but I think it's going to be better this way. Boom. Alright, do we want to break this up? I think it's probably kind of useless. So let's go ahead and just chop that down. I think that's going to be better. It might have been better just to go through there, even with the slower speeds and everything, but it's fine. Okay, so now we need the engine. So we've got this down here. So if we go over to the train depot, we buy a vehicle. We want a passenger. We're going to just do a general. We don't really have the passengers yet, which is kind of unfortunate, but like the, you know, big engines here. But I think the general is going to be just fine. Let's go ahead and add you. It's 2.2 million. It's quite big. Okay, let's go ahead and just trim you back because you are at mediocre at this point. So should be okay. Go ahead and purchase you. And then let's set up our new line from here all the way up to St. Louis. This is a max line. I'm going to go ahead and set up a wait for full passengers and go from there. Okay, we're going to have to get some actual internal stuff going on down here, internal transportation, but I think that's going to be okay. So if we go back to our depot, how's this line, how's this going to get there? Okay, if we start down here instead, if we do add station, if we do this first and drop E down there, that way we can go ahead and say, this train, you're going to go to this line. And that should work. We'll set up a few different things. You are not a one-way. Let's put you right there. Okay, you are blocked by this train, so that is legit. What I am going to do, I think, is I'm going to put a pass-through over here. Because this is going to end up being quite an issue. We're going to have some pass-throughs over here as well. So we'll have to figure that out. I could just double train this, or double track this. And maybe that, well, this is going to be a pain, though, to double track. It's going to be pretty darn costly. I mean, it was costly to build in general. So I think just regular pass-throughs are going to be fine and dandy here. Let's wait on that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and build some additional tracks right here. Do something like this. we'll do the same thing over here. And we'll go ahead and throw in a few signals. Yeah, one-ways are not bad. We're not going to do one-ways here just because I want people to be able to decide which way to go. Like, I want the passenger train to basically use this every time. Oops. So you should start. There we go. Okay, now he's going. Let's go ahead and throw in another pass somewhere else up here. I guess what we could do is just do a signal. Just to break up this area a little bit. And yeah, we're going to need signals here as well. All right, I think that's going to be okay. How's our boat line doing? Oof. Not great. I mean, I think we did deliver some people. You're not actually bringing any passengers. Oh my goodness. Okay, something's off down here. I do not know why people aren't taking this route. Can I get some charts or anything? Let's pause. You've got one person. I mean, you are servicing this area. Let's go back over to Akron. Do we have anybody over here? We got 2 people waiting for the boat in Akron. So this is working, just not really much demand. Huh. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you would suggest, because I'm honestly at a loss here. I thought this thing would be pretty good. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working out for us. But in general, we're doing fairly well. I mean, this thing, we'll see how well this does. This is the, what line was this again? St. Louis to New Orleans line. Let's fix that before I forget. Again, this is a St. Louis to New Orleans. We'll see how well that does. So do you have a full load by any chance? No. Ugh. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to have to set up some more lines, bus stops and whatnot in here. Let's put you there. And we'll go here. 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 And why not get a few more lines over this way? Uh-oh. Oh boy. We'll have to check on that. Let's go there, and my gosh, we gotta put in a cut. Oh my gosh, things go quickly here. Alright, let's go ahead and just finish that out. And I think in between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. Let's take a look at that 2 train stuck situation. Can I go there? There we go. Boom. Okay, you're stuck there. You're trying to go that way. This is the... Oh, yeah, let's... Probably need to just bypass this area in general, I feel. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some finagling here. Let's send you in reverse. We're going to have to fix this a little bit more. Unfortunately, I don't know why you went straight. Because they should have gone this way. I'm wondering if this had something to do with it. Oh boy, not what I wanted to do. Do that. And make sure that. Take that out and see if that has any bearing whatsoever. Because I still want this to work. But maybe getting a complete pass-through would be more beneficial. Alright, because I really want you to actually go this way. So let me see if we turn you around now. Are you going to go straight? No. Oh my gosh. You're still going straight into there. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. I think what it is, because you shouldn't want to go down this way. We may have to... Well, see, we can't put in a... we can't put in a dedicated line here. Or, sorry, a one-way line here. At least not that I know of. Let's have you go straight back. Maybe we just didn't get far enough to actually do this properly. Alright, let's try this again, then we'll put in a gut. But why don't you want to take this route? You're not set to a one-way or something, are you? No line passing. Do I even need this over here? No, you're still going straight ahead. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play around with this a little bit, and we will be back next time. If you have any suggestions or anything that you want to make comments for, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, let me know by hitting that like button if you want to see more content. As always, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.